Welcome to Mikhail Messenger. Carl, thanks so much for joining us. It's great to see you guys. And, I wanted to talk to you about something here that's happening in the world as things are breaking apart and falling apart. And before I dive into that, I wanted just to share about a couple of videos on my channel that may be helpful to our conversation, because we've covered some of this before in different ways. So you may want to check out this. The second video here is called The Big One. That was from 6 years ago. It covers the earthquake, RAPTURE, 80-year earthquake, 7-year warning. There's a lot of things in there about what's happening in the world right now, and it kind of ties into the last video I talked about with the giant asteroid hurtling to the Earth. So be sure to check that one out. And also, there is another video relating to what I'm sharing with you right now. Actually, a couple of videos. Well, one of them is check out, I did this video like a year ago, just talking about how the FAKENUWS is the false prophet, or at least could be. Certainly, they're playing their part. Not saying the literal person, the false prophet who's thrown into hell, but they're playing the role of the false prophet. So you might want to check that out. And then also this other video about the IRSS, and I did that one pretty recently here, the new IRSS, kind of all ties in together. But I want to ask you a question here, and hey Rayana, hey Birdie, Bobby, what's happening, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, buddy. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what the following individuals have in common. Okay, maybe you can tell me. Okay, so what do the following individuals have in common? See, now it says on my end subscribers only mode, even though I said it that anybody could chat. So I don't know why it's showing that up, but it should be everybody allowed. So anyway, just one more of those things that you check a box and then mysteriously unchecks. But what do these guys have in common? Check this out: Shakespeare's Iago and Othello. Okay. Salieri and Mozart. Remember these guys from the movie Amadeus back in the 80s? That was a classic. And then Palpatine and Anakin, and the mainstream mafia, FAKENUWS and U, and of course Judas and Jesus. What do these relationships have in common? Anyone? Any thoughts? Any thoughts on that? Well, they are all relationships in which the person is someone close to the other person who they think they can trust. They think they can trust, but who in actuality want nothing more than their total and complete annihilation and destruction. So that's the predicament that we're in now as a world, is that the people who we think we can trust, our greatest advisors, are really out to get us. They're the ones who want to wipe us off the map, and they come across as our friends and allies, but in reality, they want nothing more than our destruction. Well, that's why we're in the predicament that we're in now, where you've got half of Americans expecting us to go into a civil war. Because that is what they've been stoking. That's what they want. They want a civil war. And apparently GUN sales are up. Half of Americans expect civil war in the United States in the next few years. A growing distrust of democratic institutions is found in American society. In addition, many citizens are buying weapons and admit they are ready to use them against their political opponents. So what I want to say is, before we take to arms and start attacking one another, first, we got to realize that our battle is not against flesh and blood, right? It's against the spiritual powers in the heavenly realms. And then we have to realize who's really behind this, right? Because what happens in each of these cases, like in the case of Iago, for example, this is Shakespeare's Othello, okay? And Iago is supposed to be his confidant, right? So he basically convinces him that his wife is unfaithful to him and gets him to ultimately kill his wife, okay? When really Iago is the one who is the problem, right? Same thing with Salieri and Mozart. Salieri and Mozart, Salieri comes across like he's a friend to Mozart, a confidant, his biggest fan, when in reality he hates Mozart, wants to destroy Mozart, and may have even been contributed to the cause of his death. We don't really know. Rihanna, hey, what's happening? Thank you so much. Oh, wow. I did not see that coming. Thank you, Rihanna. Aw, man, you are so loving to me. You are so loving. Thank you so much for your encouragement. Thanks so much for your support. Man, that goes a long way to helping our channel and helping me do this on a daily basis. I'm about to run out right now. I have to run to something else, and I'm like, but I want to get this show in. And oh man, thank you so much. That means so much. Thanks, Rihanna. That's such a big support and help. Praise God. So Salieri, he wanted to destroy Mozart. He wanted to take him out, wipe him off the map. And the same thing with, in the case of Anakin, he's trying to destroy him as well. He's trying to turn him to the dark side. He's like a guy who's trying to be good, but he's conflicted, and he's turning him away. And the same thing goes for the mainstream mafia. They are not your friend. They're not trying to help you. They have an agenda. And boy, if that look doesn't tell you at all, I don't know what will. But they have an agenda. They're not out to help you. They're not on your side. They are lying, constantly lying. That's all they do. It's like it says about Satan. It's their mother tongue. He's the father of lies, and so he doesn't know any other language. But they constantly are lying and trying to make, but they try to make the good people out to be the bad people. See, and that's what I'm saying. In each of these situations, like Palpatine is trying to say, no, it's the Jedis. They're really against you, Anakin. I'm on your side. I'm here to help you, right? Salieri is saying, oh yeah, Mozart, I believe in you. Right, and Iago's like, well, I'm your only friend, Othello. I'm the only one that really cares about you. And then, of course, Judas needs no introduction. We know he was one of the apostles. Someone who took care of the money. He cared for the money in the group. So if there's anybody you thought you could trust, it'd be the guy, the treasurer. The guy who's handling the money for the group. So this is all going according to biblical plan, guys. This is what God planned long ago. It says in the Bible that Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. And I actually had that open here. And I don't know what happened to it. It's like you open everything up and then it all gets moved around. Oh, I think maybe it's over here. But anyway, Satan masquerades as an angel of light. That's what we really have to be concerned about. We know evil when we see it, when it's obvious, right? But when you think it's your friend, you think it's et tu, Brute, you think it's the person you can trust, as Caesar said to Brutus as he was being stabbed in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. So don't be concerned about the people who are, the Putins of the world, who are like, oh, he must be the enemy because he's Putin and that's Russia and they must be our enemies, forever enemies. That's what we have to hate. For such people, be concerned about those who claim to be your friend, but are really leading you astray. The ones who really want to destroy you deep down. He says, for such people are false apostles, deceitful workers, masquerading as apostles of Christ, and no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. So, civil war is what people are looking at here. People are buying GUNSs. Sales are skyrocketing, and everybody's talking about civil war. But we have to wake up and see, hey, it's not your next door neighbor. Okay, that's not the guy out to get you. It's not the poor slub and chump who's been led into this lie. Don't think of it's a political. Oh, we got to get the loony lefties, so to speak, and we've got to get the alt-right and all this. They're just trying to divide you. They just want to divide you. It's Satan, okay? Satan is trying to destroy you. He wants you dead. That's all he cares about. He just wants to take you out, right? That's what Satan wants. So you got to see through it. You got to see that this is Satan just working his plan, and everything is going according to plan. So, people are talking about half Americans are anticipating a U.S. Civil War soon, and they're trying to spin it. They're always trying to spin it like, oh, it'll be just like, when people fought for their freedom. And stood around and went down peacefully to the government and tried to, save their country from being stolen. You mean that time? Yeah, it'll be like that. They try to spin it and say it's these extremists, when really they're actually the ones trying to save you. And the ones telling you that the Iagos, right? The Judases, the Palpatines, the Salieri's, they're the ones whispering in your ear those sweet nothings to turn you into nothing. Well, this is all prophesied in Revelation chapter 6. It's going according to plan. So, for those in the world, they're freaking out. It's a civil war. But for the rest of us, we say, hey, I put my trust in God, not in horses, not in troops. With my God, I can scale a wall. With my Lord, I can advance against a troop. I don't put my faith in my equipment or my tools or my ability to defend myself with some piece of metal and a slug of lead. Instead, I'm putting my faith in God, and I know that this is all going according to God's plan. So this is the second seal, guys. It's being opened. At least it certainly echoes it. When he opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature saying, "Come and see." Another horse, fiery red, came out, and it was granted to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth. See, that's their goal. They want to take peace from the earth. They want to wipe you out, and that people should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword. So that's what's happening, guys. People are turning on each other because they're frustrated, they're losing their job, or they, got trouble at home. I mean, all the stress of life, they can't pay their bills, they can't even afford gas. They're just trying to make it. And so people end up turning on one another. And that's what they want you to do. That's what Satan wants you to do. This is all going according to his plan. He's happy about this. When they're feigning, they've taken over our governments, and they're feigning like, oh, this is horrible. We must do something about it. And then their solution is to take more of your freedom away, more of your money away, more of everything away. They want to take away your GUNSs from law-abiding citizens and give them to the criminals, right? So anyway, just kind of an update on what's going on there, and I just want to give us some spiritual perspective on what's going on.